I'm Alan Dale from Gale Force Winds. Day 3, Central Minex, right here in Gander, Newfoundland. I want to tell you, there are some great conversations happening. People making deals are looking at ways to work together, and there's a lot of moving parts in this sector. And on that note, why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us what you do.
Thanks, Alan. I'm Alex Bugden. I am the owner of Bugden Exploration. We're a geological services company based out of Gander. We've been pretty avid in the market the last year. We're a pretty new company, but yeah, we've managed almost a dozen projects now over the past year. So
we're here today. Gladiator Drilling's brought us into the conversation. They understand the importance of working together. They're a family-run operation. You've had an intersection with Gladiator already. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Yeah, absolutely. Gladiator and myself, we had a lot of synergies, I guess. So myself and Josh, the owner of Gladiator, we've worked together now close on 5 years, drilled tens of thousands of meters together.
Okay.
And having a good driller makes my life a lot easier, so I can certainly say that about Josh.
Talk to me about that relationship between you and a drilling company and why it's so important to have like a family-run operation who kind of get you. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's good, being able to speak our minds to each other and, being able to trust each other. I think that's a big aspect of the industry,
Sort of finish each other's sentences almost, right? If you get into that rhythm with one another, you understand how the businesses complement each other. It makes for a much more productive operation.
Yeah.
Right there?
Absolutely, yeah. I think, having good production and everything out of the drills and stuff too is very important.
Yeah.
But not only that, but being safe and, like I said, just being able to trust the drillers
as you go through.
Yeah.
Talk to me about the show. Are you enjoying the show?
Absolutely, yeah. It's a good turnout here. It's just my second time coming, I guess. But no, it's been excellent. Meeting some new people, new contacts. There's some new companies around. Firetail gave a presentation, and
And you're
very
looking to do business with some of these folks?
Yes, yeah. Hopefully get a couple new contracts, but I've done business with a couple of the companies here.
So you're already a known entity around here, of course, 5 years in the business. What's the ideal client look like for you?
Someone who, I guess, has a really good project. I'm primarily, my experience is VMS, so I really like the VMS projects, master sulfides. But someone who's, here to stay, I guess. It'd be nice. I'll take any contract, I guess, a month, 2 months, a week. But I guess the ideal client is someone looking for a
longer relationship,
a long-term relationship. Yeah.
And I love that, and that's right, sort of back to the Gladiator conversation, right? Building that long-term relationship with one another is so important, that you're able to come to a bigger company with a solution in hand, with companies working together.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's companies that come here from Australia and all over the world, and they don't have the same knowledge, I guess, about how, who's a good contractor,
right?
Who should I use for this? Who should I use for that? So, like I said, having people like Josh and Gladiator kind of to recommend to these people, and then, it often works out, and they, are happy with the contractor's work. It ends up looking good on us too. So
and that's how it all works in this sector. It's all about relationships. It's all about strategic partnerships so that they can provide the best possible solution. Thanks for being in the conversation, and thank you to Gladiator for bringing it all alive.
Thanks for having me.